Hello, what is happening, my ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game submitted by Mr. Chester. He actually submitted this a while back, before I lost my voice, or actually on the day that I lost my voice, I think it was, or a day after. It's somewhat back, not entirely yet, but it's been pretty much a week, so I'm just gonna try to power through and not get unfortunately, not get as hyped as that last one. If you haven't, go check it out. It's the last cast that I did, basically my last upload, and it was amazing. Like, that was one hell of a game. Very, very entertaining, very, very fun to watch. But right now, you're sitting in front of this, and we got a neat game on our hands. We got a Clockwork, a Pudge, the Hook Bros. We got Alchemist, Anti-Mage, Queen of Pain. This is gonna be one hell of a matchup. Night Stalker, Warlock, everybody getting locked in at once, and just gonna be running through the lineups here as they do start to emerge. Yuri Girl is gonna be Adia Night Stalker. Actually going Midnight Stalker. This is very, very much a mid build. I would probably send Pudge for the mid lane. In this particular case, Night Stalker is better as like a semi-support, lane support. Plus, he is going to be going up against the Queen of Pain here, Kipo. So that's going to be an unfavorable matchup for the Night Stalker, as he has no way of trapping. And even though that Night Stalker likes to be close to people, Queen of Pain likes it better at the early levels because of the increased burst. Night Stalker, of course, he can silence for about 3 seconds, but he's just not got the damage in and of his own. Pudge is a much better candidate. Of course, she can just blink away, but once that his member's up and online, I would say it's fairly straightforward. So we do have, yeah, Mr. Animage going for that bottom lane. Alchemist, of course, wanting to get that first rune. He has already skilled the Grievous Creed, and that's going to be securing him 400 gold. And if they can prevent him from getting it, they've come a long way, because this right here is not your typical laning build. This is not mining towards farming. Alk in trouble, is forced away from the rune there. Yuri, he could try to go for the chase. It's actually just backing out. Pudge is going in deep. He's just rotting him down, slowing him. Chester is going to be popping that Shadow Word on, but Pudge is going to be going after first blood. Alchemist, I believe yes, he will be dropping second. No way you're going to outlive that. Kill for Chester, and good start here for the Dire, even though they did lose the Alchemist. It all depends on what role he has. And actually, surprisingly enough, because the Alch died, the gold goes into Dire's, or Radiant's favor. That's actually kind of interesting. Even though that they took the first blood, the gold is actually in Radiant's favor now. As you can tell. Not by much, though. Not by a whole lot. Dazzle rotating down towards that bottom lane, where Anti-Mage is going up against the Clockwork. Dire, they're still missing a hero to pick, and I'm not entirely sure what they want. They need a hard carry, because it looks like Alga is actually entering the jungle here. That's not the wisest of choices, to say the least. That's not the smartest thing to do. But regardless, it is going to open up space for a Terror Blade. Not what I had expected. I would have actually expected a ranged carry, seeing the fact that they now have 4 melee and a ranged. So had they gone for like a ranged carry, maybe something like a Drow would actually not have been bad on with the Baden. Because of the extra burst that he provides, also the Curse of the Avernus, he's there to tank up. He can also get up Lats for you. Like, I don't think a Drow Ranger would have been the worst hero to pick up in this scenario. But it is going to be the Terrorblade regardless, and he could turn the game. Have a lot of heavy burst damage, and swapping health with the Pudge is absolutely amazing. Like, bringing yourself low, just walking in, swapping it out with the Pudge is one of the best ways to kill him. So, not the worst. But he has lost out on a lot of farm. He is level 1, and he's just going to go straight to it. Down the bottom lane. Oh, Clockwork is going for the Endermage. Has triggered the Battery Assault and will find the kill. He's now also going to get picked off by the Dazzle. No problem for him, but did lose his Endermage down there. And that's a big win for the Clockwork. Very, very big win. Taking down the Radiance farmer here. Some of the top lane. Pudge, he's still waiting for that hook. He's sitting inside the tree line, not really finding any last hits. That does leave the Warlock to farm, though, Chester, which is pretty good. Which is going to be running through the lineups here. Got Chester, and oh, Pudge will be missing the hook. Thomas, the gank engine, is his name rather fitting with this hero. Hulk Smash on the Terrorblade, as I mentioned earlier. Superfruit is going to be on your Baden here. Inside the jungle, Motive Brick Squad is going to be on the Alk. It's going to be taking out that. And, yeah, I'm not really liking this. It does rely a lot on you getting first bounty rune, the jungle strat, which is certainly not the case this time, because he's barely got, well, he has got the most assets, but he's, like, very semi-low on gold, and when you're committing points in the Grievous Creed, you don't really want that to happen. Double damage rune picked up by Kipo. He's going up against Yuri Girl here. There's a lot of damage coming out. He's going to be letting go of the Shadow Dagger. Blinking forward. It's going to get voided. But I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Yuri, he has to wander out of there. It's going to be almost able to get out. But the Shadow Word should maybe be able to finish him off. So much damage. One last tick is going to be enough. Kipo, just running for his life, is going to be able to make it out. Well played there by Kipo. Very, very patient, knowing that the kill was safe and just trying to stall out the Pudge, make sure that he doesn't get the hook off, and nice play there. As Animage, 26, I think they want to go for him. It's not the best matchup, Animage versus Clockwork, because neither really have the best potential at killing each other. Of course, Clockwork is very, very mana heavy, very mana dependent, but he's fast. He's like really fast. He has one of the highest base movement speeds in the game, and if he gets something like drums, he's just gonna outrun the Anti-Mage even with the blink. Because Anti-Mage is also, he's not slow. Like when he gets the Yasha, he's gonna be moving damn fast. But if this Clockwork plays it right, he's not gonna be contested, I think. Plus with the Battery Assault constantly able to slow him down. If he pops the cogs right after he blinks, that's another way of escaping a Force Staff as well. There's a lot of options for this Clockwork against the Anti-Mage, so I don't think that's the lineup or the matchup that we have to focus on. It's mainly gonna be the Anti-Mage versus the Terrorblade. That's going to be the interesting matchup. Because Terrorblade is currently the farmer. I don't really see Alchemist doing that all that well because his GPM currently is pretty close to hideous. Like for an Alch. Oh, they're going to be chasing down the Terrorblade, finding the kill here. Here we go. I still have to kind of get back into this. It's been a week and that actually does a lot to your routine. As you can also tell, I'm speaking in a softer tone than usual just because I'm trying to save my voice. Did also mean to do the European qualifiers, but just because basically I had plans, and secondly my voice just wasn't ready. Like my voice was fading out, or either fading out or just going into super high pitch every 3 or 4 seconds. Or I just had those mornings where I couldn't like speak at all, where there was simply nothing left to take from. So would have loved to do the European qualifiers. I am very much expecting Navi to win, and Kipo on the mid lane will be once again taking down this Night Stalker. Hideous start for him, and very, very great start for Kipo, as he's already on a killing spree, about 3 kills so far into this game. Clockwork, I'm actually liking this set. This is actually pretty cool. It's a mixed set as far as I can tell. He's got components from like different, okay, he's got the mortar set with the claw, with the battle trap armor. That's pretty cool. It's actually pretty neat. I'm liking the helmet a lot, even though it's a common helmet. It actually gives him a pretty damn cool look. Thomas the Gankin. Had you just gone for a blind hook there, I think you could have actually found him. But yeah, Monty Brick Squad. The only issue is not that he's not getting gold, he's just not getting levels, and now they're looking maybe to chase him here. Yuri, he's way in deep. I think they have found him. No, they haven't, but Super Fruit will get hooked back. Double damage from Pudge, and he will be... Nope, actually, Night Stalker fighting that kill. I was fully expecting Pudge to get it, but he will get the points in the Flesh Heap. Or the bonus stats in the Flesh Heap. And Hulk Smash could actually now be in trouble. He's got a Pudge on his ass. Not really, actually just retreating up into the tree line. But the most important thing for him is that he's not farming. But yeah, this Alk right here, he's not having a great time. He's level 3, 6 minutes in, and sitting at about 100 experience per minute, which is less than the Terrorblade that joined late. So, not great start out from him. Has to go back to base every once in a while. I think, yeah, that fast Midas is actually costing him, and the fact that he did not get that first bounty rune, plus the fact that he died early on, does something to you. Also to your gold, Hulk Smash will now get hooked into the tree line, gets trapped in there, and he should be going down. Nice play there out by the Pudge. Very, very fine hook. And 4 to 5. They're very much relying on this Queen of Pain currently to be successful. She has been so far, sitting at the highest GPM and the highest experience per minute. Clockwork is actually doing pretty damn good as well. It's 1 for 1, sitting on about 1/4 of the kills so far. Has gone down once, but that was that Anti-Mage, and now Alk will be brought down here by the Night Stalker. He's not going to be having a great game. I can promise you that much. Without even looking at the stats, he's not going to be having a good game. He's just never going to be able to get in the fighting condition, because if you look at this right here, it's a very, very early game-minded lineup. You got the Warlock, also very much transitioning into the late game. Kipo is now going to be taking care of that Pudge. But yeah, the Warlock, very, very good early on once you get those first levels in the Chaotic Offering. Then he fades off until he gets the Refresher Axe, and then he starts becoming relevant again. Like, Warlock is a force to be reckoned with. You got the Animage as well, which is one of the best late game heroes in the game. Dazzle, one of the best supports in the game. Just all-around supports. And it's going to be having a very, very high mid-game impact. Likewise with the Night Stalker, that's when he really shines. When he gets the axe and the... he's actually going like carry Night Stalker, so I don't think it's going to be getting the axe. But he's very much works in the mid-game. Plus you got Pudge, who just continues to tank up. I mean, he's not the highest damage dealer in the late game, and he's now searching for the Alchemist. And I just jumped in with my camera. I'm very, very sorry about that. Monty Brick Squad will be brought down, no problem there. This Alc is going to be having a hideous game. 8 minutes in, not even close to the Midas. Chester dropping up in the top lane. Does get the Golem off. Is it going to be able to bash it down? No, it is not. Very, very close. But regardless, this Alc still level 3. It's got basically no gold so far. Only a bit more than the Pudge, but that's just because Pudge is just constantly roaming. He's yet to find a kill, which is why he's not got that much gold. But he's going to be having so many stacks and flesh heap here when he will skill that once he's maxed out the rod, the meat hook, and got a couple of points into this member. Excuse me. Hulk smash with his illusion there, trying to farm up the bottom lane. It's fairly successful, also pushing them back. Nighttime is triggered, and he was on the chase for Kipo here, Yuri Girl. Dazzle. He's got an Earnest Shadows. He's actually quite farm for a Dazzle. Like, not even kidding. He's out farming the Terrorblade, the Abaddon, and he's basically out farming 3 other cores, unless there's of course support Abaddon, which I'm actually expecting. Kipo. Ooh, he is close to being brought down constantly. Yuri, he's very much on the lookout. He's got his pair of boots coming for him. And does she have a bottle? She does. Okay. I just didn't see it at first, and I was very much expecting her to have a bottle, or was hoping for. Oh, the hook, barely missing from the Pudge. Or barely. Yeah, barely missing. Still, I gotta kind of get back into the game. Looks like or Antimate, she's actually going for a rather strange build. Got the Broadsword Morbid Mask, going for very, very small items. Usually, you'll just rush the straight up Battle Fury to get you to farm, but if by going these items, the Broadsword and the Morbid Mask, he's able to fight a lot better early on. Of course, his attack speed is not great, and his general damage is not amazing either, plus survivability. He'll still be able to do some damage and stay alive somewhat in the fight. Like, the best thing to go is probably a Battle Fury, but if he's not looking to farm, this is the best build he can go. He's got a Ring of Basilius, which means that is of course going to get turned into a Vladimir's Offering because of Mana Break being a unique attack modifier. So that does not stack with other instances of lifesteal, unlike popular belief. But they're putting pressure on this bottom lane. Fortification was up, was committed, but they got a siege unit and they're just chewing away at this tower, and that's going to be dropping in no time. Just going to be cleaning out the creep wave. Chester and J-Trap are still bashing on that tower, and that should very much be dropping here in a couple of seconds. As Balloon Hench just cleaning up the rest. 11-minute Midas out here from the Alk, and that's the only item he's got so far. Is out farming Hulk Smash though, which is not really that much of an accomplishment. Terrorblade is super hard to farm. Like, he is ridiculously hard. If you haven't done it, if you think it's just a piece of cake farming Terrorblade, go try it. He is so hard because he farms so poorly. He's so squishy. And he has a difficult time catching up on the farm that he's inevitably going to be losing in the early game. Like, even the almighty Black, of course, set with a bit of irony, seeing the fact that Mousesports didn't make it to the TI, he still doesn't really struggle. He's one of the fastest farmers on Terrorblade, but it never really becomes amazing. Oh, Chester in trouble. Kipo has to commit something. The Warlock Golem has flight, and there you go. That's the ulti for an ulti, and Warlock, I think he should just maybe just pull the Golem back. Oh, unless Pudge decides that he wants a piece of Queen of Pain. It's going to be trapped now inside with the Clockwork Pudge. He should be dropping, but it's very much worth it. 2 for 2 with the Alchemist dying down the bottom lane, and that's definitely a worthy trade here for the Radiant. Once again, they bring down the strongest the strongest hero currently of this team, and then dropping it for two mediocre, like two low-end farmers, and then trade it for what was supposed to be a high-end farmer and the strongest hero in the game. It's actually not half that bad. They do drop the golem though, which is not really the best. There's a very, very high bounty on the golem. You have to really be wary of that. The bounty, I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually remember the bounty. It's on like 100, 150 gold or something like that. As Yuri is trying something here. He's going to be trying to retreat out. He has got another nighttime, but it's not going to be expiring anytime soon. There you go. Regen rune plus the Shadow Warrior is going to be healing him right back up. Now charging back in. He's going for Super Fruit. Will be fighting him with the Void. Is he going to be catching? He does have the faster move speed, but the clock, I do believe he's just going to be walking out of there. He has got the cogs at his disposal as well. TP now coming in. I think, nope, that's just a glitch. Okay. It's just the glitch TP from the Queen of Pain here. Down on the mid lane. Anti-Mage is going to be trying to walk out of there. Has got the Vladimir's offering. Generally, you really want to be getting the Battlefield first because you're not going to be fighting. Like, Vlad's is very much a fighting item. And seeing the fact that he's not been participating as of now, if he was to go like combat Anti-Mage, he should be fighting up on top right now. Where Terrorblade will actually be going down on mid to the Night Stalker. He's doing super good so far. 6-2-1-1. Found Invis Rune, so he should be fairly safe. And might actually, nah, he's not going to be re-engaging. Maybe actually so. He's found himself a meaty little target in the Alchemist down the bottom lane, who's just gotten his Chemical Rage. If he goes down, it's a disaster. It's going to be popping it, but I don't think he's going to be walking out. He is not getting brought down. 26, has to just run for his life. As there was nothing he could do. Kipo is now back in. It has got an ultimate. Should be able to bring down Yuri, and they will be. No problem there. But regardless, still an Alk. I mean, they're getting a lot more gold out of that, but it's still an Alk who's unable to farm. Sure, he's overtaken the Dazzle, or basically the, it's basically almost in the middle, but he should be out farming everybody at this point. Like, this is his time to shine. He's got a Midas. He's got, well, 30 last hits in 15 minutes. That's not exactly amazing, but yeah, he's got a Midas. Like, this should be his farming time right now. This should be frenzy time for the Alk. Just hit level 6. Time to hit the jungle. And should genuinely just be blasting down jungle creeps right now. Force Staff now from the Pudge. I do prefer Force Staff to Blink Dagger just because it's more of an escape tool. I kind of like getting in a position on my own. If I do really want mobility items, I go for the Yule Scepter. But I know a lot of people prefer the Blink Dagger. But I'm more for the Force Staff just because you can get out of sticky situations as well. Oh, Yuri girl. Now charging in for that little Queen of Pain there. Now they're going to be turning their attention towards the Abaddon, who's just popped the Apothic Shield. Loon Hands has to be careful, blinking away. And the Gank Engine is not going to be able to bring down the Kipo. Now 26 coming in, trapping in 2. Yuri girl is going to be brought down as well. With the only casualty on the dire side being the Abaddon. This might actually be the comeback. If we look at the graphs here, was in Radiant's favor? Not anymore though. As Yuri, or as Kipo, doing tremendous work here. Going for the fast Aghanim Scepter, and I'm very much agreeing with that choice. He needs to be on his toes. Terrorblade taking down the Anti-Mage up on the top lane. That is something that should not happen. Terrorblade is not in condition to take on an Anti-Mage at this point, but apparently he actually is. Oh, Alk has to actually be careful. This Dazzle's powerful. He's actually quite strong. Even though that Alk is regenerating through it, he can't take him. Like, there's no way. He's only about level 7 and has got no damage items whatsoever. He's hitting for 63 at about 1 a second with Chemical Rage. Without, he's hitting for 114. Has basically got nothing more, of course, the Hanamitis, than the base attack speed. Like, the base attack time is 04. Alright, so that's cutting about half a second off his attack time. That's not bad. But it's still not great. Like, he's sitting at about 41 last hit so far. If we just bring up the graph here, he is sitting, well, I'll grant him that. He's sitting third to most, but still, the Anti-Mage, who is not even going to be accelerating on farm yet, because he's not got the Battle Fury, is still out farming him. And Alec, he's sitting 0-6-3 so far. I feel bad for the guy. He's trying to chew down this bottom lane tower. Will be getting it. But now, the entirety of this Radiant squad are now going to be going in. They're going to be finding the Alec. No problem there for the Pudge. It's going to be dismembering, chewing him, eating him, devouring the chemical-infested ogre. You got Kipo fighting a... Whoa! That was close. That was really, really close. This Pudge, Thomas the Gankinshin, is playing really, really well. I know he's gone down about 4 times so far, but he's got 7 stacks in Flesh Heap. Like, that's not bad. That's not bad at all for 18 minutes. Even though it's only about 1 kill, I mean, he's been contributing to basically everything. And it's going to be dropping him down to more of a support role, which enables both the Warlock, Night Stalker, and Anti-Mage to farm more. And yes, I'm saying Warlock farm. Because with the Refresher Axe, Warlock is going to be kicking the balls of basically anybody. And especially with the strongest, some of the strongest damage dealers in the Terrorblade, and Alchemist not really finding any farm. That's the danger of it. That is a real danger. Alc, he's got a Perseverance. Looks like he's actually... Hold on. Not entirely positive. He has options. I'm very much expecting a Battle Fury. But I don't know if it's too late for that, because he's not going to be getting it on time. Oh, they're just bumping right into each other, not even noticing. Alec popping the Chemical Rage, trying to walk out of there. Silence the Swell a bit too late. Yuri Girl, he's diving so deep for him. He's got another Void, it's going to be dropping it. Alec, he's going to try to go to town, and Yuri should be able to find him in Clockwork. Taking that kill with a Rocket Flare. And was helped out by his squad mates there. Stassel also went down there in that mid lane. It's going to be giving Alec a bit of breathing room here. Quite a fair amount of gold being exchanged. Alchemist. Or not Alchemist, Anti-Mage. Working his way towards, hold on, we got Thomas the Gankinshin going up against Terrorblade, but will be swapping out that HP. That's the danger of hooking in a Terrorblade. He's got very low HP, but if you don't get that dismember up, he's just going to sunder and you're going to be bummed. Basically, Chester is now at the mercy of Kipo here, blinking forward, Shadow Strike. There goes the ultimate. Chester trying to heal himself up. Is he going to be successful? I think so, dropping the Golem. Now the fight is turning the other way around. Kipo, I don't think he's going to be fighting kill and training an ulti for an ulti here. Though I do believe that Warlocks is a bit more valuable. At least it's the longer cooldown. Mr. Balloon Hands is going to be running right into the Alc here. He could actually try to take him out, of course, the Mana Regen. Make sure that he cannot pop the Mana Void just yet. Now 26 coming in with the help. He should be able to blink out. It's going to be there. Rocket Flare will be finishing the kill. What a play out by 26. Now the Dismember is going to get cancelled out by that Battery Assault. And now the tables have turned. Thomas the Gankinshin in so much trouble. Miss Coil is going to be almost bringing him down. 26. Popping the Blade Mail. Yuri Girl, he has to retreat out. There goes the upheaval though. Not for long. They are getting pushed back. And Alc is maybe even back in the game. Hook is going to miss. 26 is now caught in there. Chester getting a shallow grave. As Alc is now going to be dismembered. And just brought down completely. They will be turning it around. So we'll be dropping an Alc. Or not an Alc, an Anti-Mage. For 3 Dire Heroes. They thought they had it. They got too cocky. They overcommitted and still level 9 Alc with barely a Battle Fury. He's not really in fighting shape. Like, whatsoever. And Terrorblade, I would say doing the right thing in this situation. Just disregarding everything. Trying to farm. Making sure that he has the farm necessary to work into that Manta style, which he will be getting fairly soon, I think. And now, Night Stalker getting one of the big boys here, the Armlet. One of the best, or one of the most cost-efficient items in the game. And he's going to be tearing, and basically, they're going to be tearing them a new one with that. Basically, Night Stalker Armlet Shallow Grave is amazing. Because the bad boy right there does not die. And his damage output, plus the attack speed, is tremendously good. It's going to be buying a lot of space for the Alchemist, or I keep saying Alchemist on Anti-Mage. For the Anti-Mage to farm up as well. Providing even more space. And now they're going to be finding Hulk Smash. No Sunder for you, my friend. Pudge. It's going to be a big portion of that kill. Alchemist hasn't even scaled Concoction yet. Really can't fight without that. And now Anti-Mage is going to be joining in. Pudge desperately trying to juke. He's still got a Force Staff available. Clockwork is going to be going down on the bottom lane there. Up on the top, though, they will be able to bring down the Alk. He's not in fighting condition, not 1 versus 2. Kipo is going to get stalled up as well. Mr. Balloon Hands is joining in as the fight progresses. There's a lot of damage to be had from that nuke. Holy hell, what an ulti. One more hit and they would have been there. Queen of Pain will be able to TP out, but I'm not so sure about the Abaddon. He's just getting healed up currently, but just going to get brought right back down to his grave. And an even bigger blowout. The Dire, they actually had this for a little while in terms of net worth. Experience, very much the same story, but it's now getting pulled towards the Radiant again. It's just because they don't have that heavy farmers, but they're fighters. As long as they're fighting, they're doing good. Like, they're doing the right thing as long as they're fighting. With or without the Anti-Mage, they have the stronger fight team. They should be fairly able to take him. Anti-Mage now finishing up his Battle Fury. He's got 2 of his somewhat core items so far, as Alec is only just halfway towards, not even halfway, about 1/5 the way. Not really, that's a bit of an understatement. Or overstatement, excuse me. About halfway now towards the Claymore. With the use of that Midas as well. Balloon Hands. Now the nighttime is popped. Might want to go try to searching for something. They're going to be finding Kipo if they can bring down the Queen of Pain before she blinks out, but they might not. Kipo is going to get brought down though, but 26, what a hook shot, is maybe going to get brought down. But then the other side of the fight, Hulk Smash is just burning down this Dazzle, but he's just done everything that he could, and now they're turning their attention towards Hulk Smash. This upheaval will go, and he will fall. Maybe a full team wipe, it will be. Oh, my man. What a fight. Of course, Chester dropping, but he's still got the golems chewing away on the tower, and they're going to be crumbling that structure, no problem at all. And what a fight they took there. A fair amount of gold exchanged, and that's the danger of having such heavy farming heroes. If you lose a fight, you're going to be losing so much gold, and you're putting it right down the pocket of a Pudge, an Anti-Mage, and a Night Stalker. And not to forget the Warlock, who is basically halfway towards his Aghanim Scepter now. And they have now taken tier 2s. This is danger. This is a problem for the Dire. They're not even done yet. They're going to be trying to chew through, or at least chip the tier 3s here. As Alk was so close to that Battle Fury. Oh, that's aggressive out by Kipo. If they lock him down, there is the Dismember. They got to drain the mana. But there is, yes there is. But the ulti will go 26. Going for the counter initiation. Anti-Mage is going to be jumping out. Yuri Girl running away as well. If they all make it out in one piece, that's absolutely amazing. 26. He's looking for something more. There goes the Rocket Flare. Not really going to be slowing them much down. As Alk has got Unstable Concoction, but doesn't want to pop it. And they're going to be making it out. That was such an aggressive play out by the Queen of Pain, but almost paid off if the follow-up had been there. And Alk could have popped the Concoction. I think they could have actually gotten the kill if he just popped it early. Warlock now finishing up that Aghanim Scepter. 26 minutes in, and Ag's Warlock. That is some serious net worth on that little wizard. I'm not really sure what the correct term is. I'm not that much in the Warlock's lore. Oh, Alk is once again going to get found here by the Pudge. So much damage just being dealt to him, and Pudge bringing him down no problem. And Pudge has gone for the Blink Dagger as well. So ultimate mobility Pudge. And setting 5-5-10, that is really, really good for a Pudge. It's extraordinarily good. It's Night Stalker. He's found a Basher as well. They got so much gold currently sitting on him. Pudge as well. He's sitting on about 8k. That's not bad at all. Queen of Pain though, she's sitting on an Aghanim Scepter ult, and looks like she's working her way into maybe a Sheep Stick as well. It's going to be a fairly good tool to deal with the Night Stalker. Ultimate right on the young girl. And this could be problematic for him. It's going to be popping that ultimate. He's got to stop hitting the Abaddon. There goes the Shallow Grave. A bit premature. Chester, he has to be in there with the Golems as well. Is now going to be dropping him trapped inside the Cox of 26. And J-Trapper will be brought down. But what about 26? He's currently sitting in there. Terrorblade will be falling. The Clockwork is going to get brought down. Fairly even exchange so far. Not really, actually. Not with Chester. Maybe dropping here. Kipo. He's doing his best to bring him down. He's going to be trying to TP out. Could have just gone for the hit. Oh, no. One more strike and he would have been there. Alchemist could now be in trouble. Popping the Unstable Concoction right as Pudge chews through him. Does manage to get it off, though. And Alchemist is now on the run. Pudge, he's got to get those golems out of his way. He's just blinking forward, bringing him down. And it's going to be evening out that fight. It's just, oh, what a play. Force-staffing away from the Queen of Pain Olden. He's forced to bring back up to the high ground. Wow. That was a chaotic fight. But now currently, this Dire team, they're falling rather far behind. About 10 kills down, and towers though looking fairly even. Fortunately for them. They do also have the sheep stick coming out on Kipo here soon. He's just got to be careful until the next fight. Excuse me there, but yeah, I don't think it was worth it just TPing out to save your own life, because if he'd gotten the Warlock, just blink up onto the high ground and go for that CP. Like, that should not have been a problem. I don't believe that the Golems have bash. Kipo finding a double damage from now, turning his attention towards the Chester. He is going to get Shallow Grave. This will be saved. Yuri is now starting to chew through Super Fruit. Chester, he's actually healing up. Like, there's nothing that can bring him down currently. The mech plus the Shadow Word keeping him alive and fairly good HP. Zalk down the bottom lane. Hitting finally level 11 here, as most heroes have warriors to pass them. I don't really mean to nag too much in the Alk, but he's not been doing good so far. Like, he's barely done with the Battle Fury. 30 minutes in. This is not how you really know to be farming the Alk. Here we go. Might get stunned up. It's actually stunning the Alk first. He's got to get the stun in. No can do. Hookshot also missed out by the clock, where he has to walk into the fight to try to set it up again. It's going to be trapping two regardless inside the Cox. Chester, no golems for you, Yuri. Walking out of there. Maybe not. Kipo, he's going for the chase. Nice secondary hookshot out from the Clockwork, and he will be finding that kill. Big plays out from the Clockwork. I'm liking his play this game. He's not had the best game so far, but he's making things happen. And Antimage the only one to survive that, and he's actually working his way towards a very, very quick basher here. Should probably be turning its attention towards the BKB fairly soon, because that sheepstick ain't far from coming out on this Queen of Pain. Now the Battle Fury.
Thou seest me not.
That was a... Hold on, I gotta get my mouse settings correct here. That was a 31-minute Battle Fury. And that's the second item he's picking up. He's barely finished up the Power Treads. He's barely sitting on 1k HP, and that's no good up against the Pudge, who has currently just farmed, or possibly is farming an axe. Yep, that's very much going to be an axe. And once he gets that, the damage is just going to be overwhelming off from him. He's got so much strength currently. Like, straight up, immense amount of strength for a level 14 Pudge. He's got the Ogre Club as well. Don't think he's going to be bringing that to him just yet, but only 2k gold out. This Pudge is strong. Basically the point I tried to make though, but Terrorblade has been playing this very, very cleverly, has been patient and just generally farming up, now sitting third on the farm board. Anti-Mage as well. Actually, they're smoked up. Superfruit sitting inside of the, sitting up on the high ground. Brick Squad is now going to get caught out, will be brought down, no problem there. This Alk sitting 0, 13, and 10. Oh man, not even a single kill to his name so far. It's got to be so frustrating, and also sitting below a Warlock on the farm board. And that's a support Warlock, who is currently going for the Refresher. I am liking this. This is a build after my own heart. Just skip all the formalities and go just straight up Ags Perseverance. What I don't really get about this Alk, though, is he should basically just start farming the jungle, disregard the team fights, and he should have built Ags for everyone on his team. Like, he should have just said, don't you worry, Clockwork, don't you worry, Queen of Pain, I'm gonna farm you guys an Ags. Like, just go in the lane for the first 10 minutes, and if that didn't, oh, hold on, 26 now, going in with the hook shot, is gonna be trapping in 2. There goes the ultimate as well. They're gonna be bringing down Hulk Smash. Avaden is going to be healed right back up at 26 inside of his cogs, will be brought down. Now the upheaval is slowing down Superfruit so much. That is such a good skill, and he will now be brought down. Wow. As Alec now makes his appearance, realizes that the upheaval is maybe a bit too slow, and Pudge going in for the kill will be finding it, and one more point in a flesh heap for him. They're going to be mowing down this Dire team. It's going to be turning the graph right back into their favor. I think this graph's actually significant. Is very, very significant as to, like, in this period, as you can obviously tell, there are not many kills. Like this period right here, they did of course get a few kills here, but there's not a whole lot. And because of that, because the Dire team are the faster farmers, they're just going to be taken off if there are no fights. If they just start disregarding fights, they should be fine. But it's a bit too late for that because the racks are now being taken. If they lose the top racks, it's going to be fairly difficult. Of course, they do have an Alec with a Battlefield, which is a way to deal with the deep push. Likewise with the Terrorblade. It's actually gotten for a Crystallis, which is a bit risky seeing the fact that he's not the tankiest here on the map. Oh, hook shot. It's going to be missing. And Kipo now in trouble. Going to get brought down. And Pudge is unstoppable. The Butcher is doing it. As Alk, he's going to actually get the stun off on Chester there. He's not going to get trapped in there. I don't think there's any way out for him. Nope, no TP. He's just going to get bashed down completely. Trying to help himself out with the Shadow Word. But will be brought down. Buyback now from the Queen of Pain. They're trying to chase hook shot onto basically actually the low ground. I don't really know what forced him down there. Pudge got forced down by the cogs. Kipo now in trouble as well. Has to blink out. Is going to be able to. Pudge just tanking up everything here. It's going to be bringing down one. Finding the hook and it's going to be falling. But they managed to get the top racks and now Alk. Without the Alk. Entomage back in its Sunder though. Did not see that one coming and he's got to get that Terrorblade first. Otherwise that Sunder is going to be biting him in the ass. Not really biting him in the ass. Just tearing through him completely. 26. Been playing amazingly, some amazing initiations, but the follow-up just hasn't been on point. Like Queen of Pain, Clockwork is a fairly good combination, but you really want more AoE to follow up with the Clockwork. And neither Alk, Terrorblade, or Abaddon provides that. You really only got the burst out from the Queen of Pain, and that gets really old really fast. Of course, it goes through BKB. It's pure damage, it's reliable damage, etc., but it's just not enough. And with the Pudge currently taking over, of course Clockwork is amazing against the Pudge. Not in the sense that it's easy taking him out, but Pudge can hook Clockwork. Because the battery assault is going to be cancelling out that dismember. No problem there until Pudge gets a BKB. But yeah. Clockwork counters out the Pudge rather well. He also likes to initiate on the Pudge. Because the Blade Mail should be returning any damage that Clockwork takes from his rod. Going for the dismember. Wasn't the case though. He should be picking up a heart next, I think, this Pudge. Sitting on 21 stacks of flesh heap, and if he gets those, I'm not really sure how much. Been a long time, but usually actually had to check up on that. Yep, about 40 strength. That's going to be, first of all, boosting up his dismember by a fairly large margin, by about 40 damage per second. Plus, it's going to be giving him one hell of a lot more health. Oh, the hook shot onto the Abaddon. The board time is going to trigger. They got to stop hitting him. He's just currently tanking up. Man, getting healthy again. A bit of a wasted hook opportunity there, but they're going to be pushing in this mid lane. They got all the spells in the book on the ready, pretty much. And almost a refreshed Warlock hold. Excuse me. I think they should basically just wait for that. Wait for Warlock to get that refresher. He's got it about 150 gold. Just give him a couple of last hits and then they'll be there. Ultimate out from Kipo is going to get countered out by the Guardian Greaves as 26 is dropping in. It's going to be trapping everybody inside the cogs. But there's just no follow-up. Pudge on the outside of it. Chewing through Abaddon. Board time is going to get triggered again. Yuri is trying to keep his teammates alive there. They're half down the clock again, the Alchemist. And they got to be satisfied with this. If they pull back now, they've won the fight. Kipo, he's going for the chase. It's just a bit too far. And there goes the refresher out from the Warlock. Dropping one. Dropping maybe two. There it is. Hulk Smash is going to get brought down before he can even do anything. The turnaround out from Chester. The Abaddon will fall as well. The Queen of Pain will drop in. Chester marching forwards. And going to be contesting those racks. I don't think there's much left to be had from this Dire team. That was the play that they needed. And Alchemist, he's back in. There's not much he can do. He's now going to get dismembered and brought down for the 17th time this game. The no impact Alch has been basically the no impact Alch. Like, he's position 4 Alch currently. That would not sound terribly hideous, but if you just look at, you know, what he was supposed to be. So you could defend like a support Alch, but not in this case. Not what he was trying to be. Stazzle, you're getting outfarmed by a Warlock. Oh, 26. Dropping in, but that's just to try to stall, prevent him from getting the throne, and they will be taking it. The golems are down, though. But they just got to hit the Ancient. 26, buying back. He's backing, going for another hook shot on the balloon hands. He really wants to stall. He's doing his best, but isn't enough. Hook shot in from the punch, or not hook shot, hook in from the punch. He's just chewing through the throne. There it goes. Super Fruit in trouble. Yuri Girl doing work. Hulk Smash might get brought down. A stunned up does get the sun off, but it's not doing anything. Chester will be eating an ulti straight to the face. Yuri Girl is going to be trying to retreat back out, but the throne is falling, and it's going to be the GG. Wow. What a finish. What a finish. Wasn't the closest game, but what a finish. Radiant executing better. There was not really a whole lot to be said. Like, that was just, they just got outplayed, Dire. They just got completely outplayed. Like, I don't think it was blamed on the Terrorblade. Think you could take some of the blame onto the Alch. Yeah, yell at your Alch, not your Terrorblade. Here you go, you got it absolutely correct. Because Terrorblade did an amazing job. I mean, he got 8, 9, 3. Like, that's not bad, like, considering what he had to work with. Didn't do, you know, the best item builds. I'm just going to pause this for a second. I want to point out that second item Daedalus, not the best on a Terrorblade. Of course, you're doing damage, but you really want some kind of other survivable item, like get a Scotty or Heart even. I've seen Hearts and Terrorblade as well. Scotty's probably one of the better items you can go. Go for that, or maybe go for an SNY. I've even seen that being built as well, but just don't go for the Crystalist, like, or the Daedalus. It's better even to get Basher before that. But yeah, Alch was the big loser this game. I mean, you don't really see a 319 GPM Alch. Like, something has to go wrong, and definitely something that went wrong there. Like, I think that's the conclusion. Don't jungle Alch. Lane him, and be good in lane with him. It's pretty much hit and miss with that Alch, but regardless, I'm going to have to save up my voice. As you can probably hear, it's still very, very fragile, as I'm still not entirely on top, and I just knocked over Red Bull. Beautiful. Sponsor, yay. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully I will be back with some more. I'm looking to cast tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure when, but regardless, thank you so much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.